All right, all right. Just as always, I love getting my friend Jay Kinder on here. He's joining us from his home office, which is in
Yes,
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
So, just we're going to talk about a few things today, and no hype, no. I'm not going to play the Honey Badger video today. Just don't feel like it. But you're the Honey Badger OG, and that's where we're at. If you don't know Jay's story, you probably have heard about him by now, and he's been a phenomenal impact in a lot of people's lives. So that's why I love to get some time in his calendar and put him into my calendar.
There you go.
So last week we did an event with Nick Krem and the whole group, and Jay went on and you gave a lot of insight into how to win every listing in any market. And I was going to get into just review some of that. So you basically broke it down into 3 steps: gathering the info, building rapport, and then transition to taking control.
Right.
So there's probably more steps than that. It was great. You were over an hour. So Nick said there were over 500 people that registered for that event. Right. And then there was a glitch in the system after we had 100 in. It locked people out, and he got another 100 in. So 200 got in, but that means 300 didn't get in because they gave up because he was trying to fix the situation, and but that's amazing. So what do you want to? I don't know what you want to elaborate on, but I really thought a lot of your stuff was like you got to know your stats. I remember you were talking about the pending home sale stats.
Yeah, I think today that's probably a good jumping off point is the importance in today's market of knowing the data, knowing the market, being the expert, truly being the expert. And part of the process that we go through that we talked about is there's a point in the presentation where I think where most agents make the mistake is they get into the discussion of what they think the house is worth, which is all the seller really wants.
Right.
But as soon as you give them price, now they're going to base their decision based on how much they liked you so far and what price you gave. And if that's the way you're presenting the information, there's a much greater chance that you're going to lose to somebody who gave them a price that they liked better, or that was able to make them feel special in some way. I call it getting out-friended. And you want to really take control of the process and in a way that allows you to establish your expertise, because I think a lot of sellers end up choosing the agent based upon what they hope what they said is true, and they hope that they're correct. But in markets that are shifting and changing, certainly in different price points, that's going to be the case today.
Yeah.
You have to give them information. Sometimes it's not the information that they wanted to hear, or another agent's giving them information that's just not accurate with the marketplace. So it's super important to make sure that you're able to articulate at a high level what's going on in the marketplace. We call that the 10,000 foot view, where I recommend KCM, Keeping Current Matters, to be educated and on top of what's going on in the marketplace. Lots of great slides they give you that you can use and print out and use to kind of demonstrate your knowledge and the reason why they should listen to you. And then we use different market reports. Altos has some great reports. Altos Research is great. And that's really more specifically when you're getting down to price. But like above that, we use real market reports. And just to give them an idea of what's going on in the marketplace and the bracket that they think their house might be worth. What does the marketplace look like in terms of inventory on the market, pending ratios? Is there oversupply, undersupply based on the timeline that they want to sell? How many homes will sell in that time frame? How many homes won't sell? And this is without getting into price, right? This is just in the range that they're in. So in doing this, you can kind of educate them as to overall what's going on in the market conditions for their price point. And it makes it a lot easier to get them to come to the conclusion, which ultimately in the presentation, you want them to choose you and the system that you have for selling their home for the most amount of money. Then we can discuss price and positioning and how we position the home in the marketplace. So that's not the hour-long version, but that's a very short version of
that's great, because there's probably some people that could benefit from that, because like I said, some of them got locked out. And one of my peeps just texted me on the Apple Watch about do you have any advice for getting listings when you're just moving to a new area? So this is a husband and wife team. They lived up here in Mullica Hill, New Jersey, and they moved to Florida. So she's getting some business going, but any advice on getting listings in a new area?
Yeah, so this is it's always the hardest to get a listing through traditional, like if you don't have if I parachuted into a marketplace, I'll start with what I have done and would do today, and what I would advise my son or anyone that I know that was really serious about real estate. What I would advise them right out of the gate is number one, get to know that marketplace. The data, start reviewing the data on the regular basis. Get to know the neighborhoods, get familiar with the school systems. There's a lot of knowledge that has to be gained before you can really be really truly be an expert and really advise folks in that marketplace. But I would go after the lowest hanging fruit. The lowest hanging fruit for listings. There's not an easy button for getting listings. There's not something you can purchase at $2 per lead and get listings from easily all day every day. If there was, all of us would be using that. Yeah. And so you look for where is it that people we know want to sell their house and might be open to being persuaded to have assistance where you can articulate how you could help them do the job better. And the two easy places and the most successful agents that I know have all followed this process was FSBOs and expireds. And we're going to start seeing more expireds. That's going to be more likely, not because the market is so much, just because the market's shifting, and because the agents are just not telling the sellers what they need to know in order to sell. And so they get frustrated. They don't hear from the agent, and sometimes you're going to see, the expired start to tick up in your marketplace.
Right.
So that's the two easiest places to go. And it's funny, I've always had, coaching clients over the years that say the same thing. They're like, oh, there's not any in this market right now. Yes, there is. I promise there is. And you only need one or two of those a month, in order for that to be a really viable, income stream, right? If your average commission is 10 grand, that's $20,000 a month. Now you're almost at $250,000 a year, and it didn't cost you anything to acquire that customer. Now you can start looking at, all right, where do I want to invest in to lead generate and start to get inbound sellers calling me. And that's a transition. There's buy my home for cash type ads that you can run. You can run that to an entire marketplace. Those can produce decently well. I know Braden has set up a couple campaigns that that have produced from that, and so those are some angles that you can take. But I think the simple there's not a simple answer, but I think the simple answer is you have to become known in a marketplace. So you have to find a subset of the market that you want to be known as the go-to person in, and you have to be consistently marketing, and they need to see you everywhere for a period of time before, as Coach Burr says, 7 to 15 times before anybody's going to respond. It takes time to build that influence up over an audience that creates inbound. And so,
I remember one of your classes. You said 21 or 28. I don't remember impressions. 21 impressions, right?
Yeah,
where they have to see
conversations. Yeah. 7 to 15 interactions, or in terms of marketing to get the phone to ring. 21 times is the digital number for that.
Yeah. So you have to have a sign in the neighborhood, a billboard, an ad, a postcard, whatever. And I know Michelle that asked the question. She works with Braden, so she's definitely hooked up. He's been a help to all my people.
Good.
And if he hasn't, it's because my people didn't ask, and shame on them. Yep. So okay, so we went over that. So tomorrow, I just want a little bit of pizzazz from you. Tomorrow is Go-Go Bethke, and I've been sending out invitations to everybody in my network to register for that event. It's run by Nick Krem. I'm in one of his masterminds, and Go-Go Bethke's coming on, and she's just phenomenal. Do you want to say anything about Go-Go?
Absolutely, yeah. So I mean, if you're wanting to learn how to do social media, she's the go-to person for that. I mean, she's got a huge following on Instagram. She has consistently been able to leverage social media to generate new clients, both buyers and sellers. And so, if there's anybody that, I would recommend to follow on social as it relates to getting business, it's going to be GoGo. So she's excellent. She's excellent. I know that content's going to be fire tomorrow. So looking forward to tuning into that one.
Yeah. If you guys, if you're watching this, I'm going to post the link again, or the, invitation again in my comments under Facebook, and plus I'm on LinkedIn automatically here. So with StreamYard, which I learned from you too, man, using StreamYard, it makes it so much easier. What I do have to figure out is how to get the comments to come through on StreamYard, because people, instead of going to my text. But but yeah, if you got a chance to sign up for tomorrow, man, sign up. It's a free event. It's going to be awesome. So another person that I ended up following, thanks to you guys, is Coach Burt, and I just keep following him. I like watching him in the morning.
He's great.
He is phenomenal, and you guys came across him in Nashville, and I know you got him as your coach. But so he talks about finding your purpose, and that's one of the things: Pray Drive, Purpose to Profit, and a bunch of other. Now, I know you guys are promoting at shareholders, and Michelle says, "Thank you, Braden is awesome." Okay, awesome. So I know he's coming to shareholders in Orlando, and I should be there.
$1 million follow-up. He's teaching his $1 million follow-up course there, which is a great one.
That's going to be awesome. I know. I saw a comment from Al about that too. That millions of dollars are lost from follow-up. You need to have a system. Yeah. Absolutely. I can tell you right now, I lost millions of dollars from not following up over the years, And
it's also the way in which you follow up. And I think what Coach Burt really has done is created a system that if you follow, gets results. Like it gets people, it's a way for you to manage your follow up and know what to say and move them through a process and get them to take action. And that's, follow up just saying, hey, I'm going to check back in with them in 6 months or in half the time. Like that's kind of the training that was out there for real estate agents forever, was like, yeah, you just keep checking in with them. Well, that's not really follow up. That's just it's not a system, and it doesn't get people to a take action moment, right, where, hey, they're going to make a decision, right? And so this is some really good stuff. So I'm looking forward to that as shareholders as well. Coach Burt's great.
Yeah, man, he's incredible. So so I think because of listening to him, just without even going to see him yet, I haven't seen him live.
Yep.
But being exposed to Coach Burt is, through you guys. So I'm realizing, okay, so I'm reading my notes here, but I hate to do that, but that's I'm old. I'm old because
I got my notebook always handy.
Yeah, today's my birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, and when you get older, you're really thankful when you have another birthday.
Yeah.
Especially some of the shit that I went through. But
right.
But now I'm doing great, and now I got a good birthday. And one of the things that Coach Burt, I think, says is you got to find your purpose, or it'll find you sometimes. And I think I did, and I think I realized, Jay, that I'm still here for a reason. I'm back in this for a reason. I've managed to help an awful lot of agents through the years get started, become successful, and success is different for different people, of course. Sure. And and meet their goals. And I got more to give. So that's why I'm still here on my birthday.
Yeah.
I got my Sunset Seeker in the background.
I like that. I like that.
That's my 40-foot trawler that we got, and that's called the Sunset Seeker. And I'll be doing podcasts from the Sunset Seeker.
Yeah, I like that.
All I need is some internet at the marina,
right?
Which I have, because we're going to be traveling on that in a couple of years. Not to go off track, but May 1st, 2024, we're leaving on something called America's Great Loop.
I know exactly what you're talking about. You're doing the loop.
Fucking A, man.
Oh man, that's so awesome. That is on my bucket list. I can't wait to hear this story.
Yeah, that's on my wife's bucket list too. I'm going to broadcast from the loop.
Yeah. It's like 3 months, right?
Well, now you can't. It takes longer than that, dude.
Longer than that.
It it's going to take us a year. We're going to do it in a year. You can do it You can do it faster. I don't think you could go 3 months because so much of it has no wake zones.
Right.
You can't just zoom through there.
Right.
So what you do is you go up the East Coast in the spring, which our boat's already in the Chesapeake Bay.
Right.
So then we go around New Jersey, past the Statue of Liberty, up the Hudson to the Erie Canal. I might even do this a couple times because I want to go all the way west to go see Al Stasic in Cleveland.
Right. Yeah.
But you go up the Erie Canal and then you pick up the Oswego Canal. That takes you into Canada. Then you take the Trent Severn Canal in Canada, and that's beautiful. You end up in Lake Huron and then Lake Michigan. You go down to Detroit and you go Detroit. Yeah, the Windy City, right? Yeah. And then you go down the river system and you end up in Mobile, Alabama, and go across the Gulf around Florida and back up the East Coast. So you kind of have to follow the seasons so that you can do it that way.
Yeah, that's incredible. That's something that sounds like it would be a blast.
Yep. So that's what we're doing. We're learning our boat. We're learning how to operate it, and we're learning how to navigate. We're going to do the Great Loop after my wife retires next year in 2024.
Awesome.
So that's my Sunset Seeker. I love it. You gotta love it, man. I'm enjoying life now. Now that I feel better.
Yeah,
man. You got to do.
Hey, do what you love. That's
right.
There's nothing better advice than that.
No, yeah. She told me, like last year, she was like ready to poo-poo the idea because I didn't work really hard for a couple of years. I didn't feel good. What am I going to do? And I'm like, no. We got to do this, man. We got to do it. So Coach Burt. So man, like even today. So what did I see in my notes for today on Coach Burt? He talked about. Hang on. I'm sorry. I got sidetracked. See, I get sidetracked. You get old and you get.
I got excited there, man.
I know that was exciting. Here it is. Right today, he was talking about how do you operate at a higher level, and the first step to expansion is exposure. And I believe that any agent out there can thrive and grow no matter what level they're at, because I've seen so much at EXP where these high level producers are exploding into super high level producers. I don't even know how else to explain it because all the high level producers I knew are nowhere near where these people are. It's like I'd listened to Veronica Figueroa the other day on Glenn Sanford's podcast. I mean, she's freaking amazing, man.
She's insane.
She's done so much in the last 3 years. It's incredible.
Yeah.
So I just think you need to be in the right circle.
Yes.
And proximity. And Honey Badger Nation is the right circle, guys. I don't care if it's me that's trying to contact you and you want to blow me off, whatever. But if you got a friend that's talking to you about, looking at EXP and Honey Badger Nation, do yourself a favor. Just look at it. Who gives a shit? Really. I mean, I'm telling you, man, this is
what do you have to lose?
Yeah. I mean, this is it's changed my life for the better. And I'm not talking like this major financial transformation or anything, but if that's what I wanted, I could have had that. But it's definitely changed my life for the better. I'm going to be broadcasting from the Sunset Seeker back there, and traveling the Great Loop and doing and still supporting my team, which is already in 4 states. And I'm just getting started. Yeah. So, but exposure to you got to expose yourself to. Don't expose yourself, but expose yourself to people that are playing at a higher level. You got to be in those rooms or in those groups or in those masterminds. And that's what I've been able to do since February when I jumped back in, is get in these masterminds with these people, So one of the guys in there, so talking about EXP specifically, which I know we're not supposed to do that, but like, why not? So this guy, I know his name's Klaus. I don't even know his last name, but he's a Honey Badger, and he's in Nick Krem's RevShare Inner Circle mastermind with me. So, He says there's people think they think that there's only two models out there. The I split my commission with a brokerage and they give me something in return, or the other model is 100% brokerage, you get 100%, but they give you nothing in return. And nobody believes that there's a third model, myself included, Jay. When somebody told me, my first impression was that's bullshit. There's no way they're going to make money. But the third model, of course, is EXP, and it's just the phenomenal, the multiple income streams. I mean, I don't have to tell you, Jay, you're living in Puerto Rico, living large, but you worked your ass off to get there. Yeah. Your whole life. I mean, you built businesses and.
But it wasn't until I saw EXP that my life changed dramatically.
Yeah.
That the model is just that, and we as a coaching company, we used to recommend everybody go independent at a certain point because they're paying too much to somebody, and I didn't believe there was a third model that was better. And took a few times of me looking at it to really truly understand how much different this was, and so. Yeah, I think unfortunately, it's very much an educate and informed process. And so you have to take the time to really dig in and have someone kind of help you kind of see the opportunity for what it really truly is. Otherwise, you'll pass by it and think you saw EXP, but you really still don't know yet. You still don't know what it is.
You don't. And I kind of feel weird because I don't feel weird, but what I'm saying is, like, I know that some of the people in my circle, they probably flat out, block me on their phone because they know that I used to be a manager. I used to be a recruiter, and that's not what I'm trying to do now. I'm just I want to help more agents grow. I got 27 now that I can help grow. That's great. But I can help more grow. And, I've got more left in my tank. That's why I'm still here on this blessed earth, I guess. Right. Because not everybody gets through what I got through as clean as I did. And we talked about this before. I have no desire bringing that back up. I'm just looking forward to a great future. But I laughed so hard when you said that we used to recommend as coaching agents. So one of the last guys, okay. So as a manager, broker manager for a big company on the Northeast here, I did that for 10 years. I had to recruit. And I had to make those calls, and they were recruiting calls where I'm trying to get the agent to come over, because of something maybe that we had that they don't have where they are. And it's nothing compared to EXP because even the person that told me about EXP, she used to go to these other brokerages and interview, and she would come back and ask me because, of course, I recruited her, trained her, and she had a lot of respect for me, and she would ask me what I thought, and I'd be like, they don't have anything better than we have. They're all the same, and then when she showed me EXP, it was completely different. But anyway, long story short, one of the last people that I lost, because they would constantly go somewhere else for, a higher split, basically, right?
Yeah.
And this guy left, and my RVP said to me after he left, he goes, I said, yeah, he was down in Texas. He was away on vacation, and I was going to meet when he came back. We were going to revamp his goals for next year. We had him at the highest level. We could have him in my model, right?
Right.
And, he said, you can't go any higher than that. It was 80%. He goes, you can't go any higher than 80%. And I'm like, nope. So he left. He goes, you know where he was in Texas, right? And I'm like, no, what do you mean? He said he was at Kinder Reese coaching. He went to one of your boot camps, probably, right?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yeah. So I go, I don't know who the hell's that. so I had no idea. And he's like, yeah, well, basically you guys told him go to Remax and get a better deal.
Go anywhere else. Yeah.
Anywhere else than where he was, which was probably completely true with the broker I was at. They weren't very progressive with their commission schedules.
Right. I remember.
I know. So that was funny because then when I saw the presentation from somebody about EXP, I saw the EXP stuff, but then I saw Jay Kinder and Michael Reese, and I'm like, hold on, is that the guy?
Those guys.
That was them. And I'm like, holy shit, I'm in.
Right on.
Yeah, holy shit, I'm in. That's for sure. Yeah. So exposure activates your prey drive. That I've got all my notes from. This is just from this morning on Coach Burt and his little 2-minute talk. You got to expose. You need exposure to people that are playing at a higher level, and because you first need to see what it looks like to play at a higher level.
Yep.
Right.
So true.
Some of you guys are just brilliant. You know, I never met Michael Reese. I mean, I know he's your good buddy.
Yeah.
But I watch a lot of his stuff, man. He's brilliant, man. He's a marketing genius too.
Yeah,
man.
he is.
People playing at a lower level have small thoughts, small actions, and seldom invest in themselves to get into a room with people who operate at a higher level.
Yeah.
So it's just, this ain't rocket science.
Yep. It's not. It's hard. It's hard to go back to thinking small when you get exposed to bigger ideas and what's your true potential of what you can accomplish. When you see that you could be doing more and you could be doing more, it's a difficult choice to choose to go back to thinking small.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is. So my message out there to my audience, I guess, is if you blocked me on your phone, don't block me anymore. Just talk to me.
Right.
I'm not going to pressure you into anything. I could give a shit because you joining EXP is not going to change my world, but it might change your world because I've seen it change so many people's worlds. It's phenomenal. So yeah, it's like if it works for you, fine. If it doesn't, so if you're happy where you're at with your broker, okay, fine. But you need to look at the business model of where you're at, and because like somebody says, I'm already at 98%. How much more can I get? Well, probably 120, right?
You get a lot more than 98%. Believe it or not, that's true. Yeah.
You can get paid to be here if you do it right.
Right.
But yeah. So it's phenomenal. So yeah, I'm reading. I know I'm not going to talk about books again, but I am reading the Die with Zero. Oh shit, my camera's fucking up because I don't have my green screen. I don't have my green screen behind me.
Gotcha.
So Die with Zero is from Al Stasic. Man, that is a good book, man. I get so many good tips from you guys. I wish I want people to read this that are younger than me.
Right. Yeah.
Because it tells you, don't work your ass off and save so much money that you have all this money when you die, but you didn't get to do the things you should have done when you were younger.
Yep.
So, and that's one of them right there. So I'm doing it. I'm doing it before I'm too old to do it.
Right.
So that's perfect timing. So yeah. Now I appreciate your time, Jay. I don't have anything else to cover.
Well, happy birthday.
Hey, thanks, man.
Yep.
Thanks,
appreciate you.
Yeah, I appreciate you too, and all you guys at Honey Badger Nation. It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal.
We're having fun.
Yeah, maybe next time we'll get into some international expansion and all that fun stuff because that's just so it's so well. Just to touch on that briefly, it's so phenomenal that I have agents in Pennsylvania, Delaware, Florida, and New Jersey, but I'm only licensed in New Jersey.
Right.
I don't have to be licensed in Tennessee to have an agent in Tennessee, and I don't have to be licensed in Greece to have an agent in Greece. And you guys are at how many countries are you in now, Honey Badger Nation?
I don't. It's probably 8 or 10 countries, I would guess.
Total. Yeah, I think you're. Yeah, I think you're probably right there.
I have no idea. I speak one language and I don't even speak it very well. So
yeah. So it's phenomenal. Yes, it is. And again, appreciate your time. I hope to see you in live soon. I didn't sign up for. I feel like I should have, but I didn't sign up for the next event. Shareholders. Because, when all this was going on, I really couldn't travel. And if I got to the event, I wouldn't have had much fun. Right. So I kind of, in my mindset, again, it boils down to mindset. It's like, I didn't think I could do that. But now I'm thinking I can start doing these. I might be at Build in August, but I'm definitely going to EXP Con in October in Vegas. And then we're gearing up to go to, I'm hoping I can get some of my group to go to Cabo with, that's always a good one.
Yeah.
That Brent Gove runs.
Yep.
But I might be in Texas and build 22.
Right on. That's a good one to be at for sure.
I know. I say, I can do it now. I didn't have the confidence that I could do it, that I could travel,
right,
and be comfortable and not have to, not have issues while I'm there.
Right.
Let's call it that.
Right. Yeah.
All right, man. I'll let you go. You enjoy Puerto Rico today. I'll enjoy the rest of my birthday. And peace out, everybody.
All right. We'll see you.
Thanks, man.